orcs had a human commander. How very curious and disquieting.
Damn traitor. Where are Bibius and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
Nothing but rubbish.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor. One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours. Hail, Source Hunter! Why, I don't think I could ask for a more welcome sight on these cursed beaches. The Legion welcomes you. Oh, I'm not so different from any other soldier you'll meet around these parts. We've all lost more comrades. It's these orcs. Now that they have that rat-faced shaman of theirs, even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at us. They may need help. I'd go myself, but we legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon. Beats me what traitorous madness can... Whatever the curse in... Comrade, vengeance will be...
I for all friendly!
What's all this ruckus? But I see we've suffered another orc landing. You're as welcome as a glass of... So you were, and so you weren't. Behold! There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, it's hard to put my finger on it, but I can... Captain Aureus, though, the local command... Jake was murdered in a downstairs room, so there are. Or rather, she seems a likely candidate to be sure. But still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while. A human, you said, and yet I don't quite know what to make of this news. Ah, the undead. The Legion did a good... Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are... Unfortunately, that is... We've cordoned off the... There's nothing of interest along the waterfront. Oh, but that's not such magic to be out in the... But of course, it's... I'm glad we've met. Once you're there, just take... And with that, I...
It's undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arthur mentioned?
We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor!
We mustn't let the flames spread to the armor!
Come on, mate. Put your backs into it.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got? Come on, Ben! Pull your backs into it!
Rainfall! Bones fixed, skin healed.
Oh, hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship it was. Or who knew what he was doing? I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Close as... I don't know how you did that, hocus pocus, but boy, am I grateful. Nothing worse than seeing a fine vessel like that disappear beneath the waves.
Now it ain't. He's driving straight to the power plant.
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a road.
Now it ain't. He's driving straight to the power plant. Don't forget the time I got forecast the love note to the Listen Council's boy. Is that why we never sailed the Yellow anymore? Speaking of you, yours, that Luffy engineer really thinks that all the channel looks in me. I wouldn't let all week 500 yards, I don't catch up. You never heard about the time the captain took the judges and Bell's carriage with a joyride? No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back. And don't forget the time we got caught passing a love note to the Listen Council's boy. Is that why we never sailed the Yethel Door anymore? Speaking of Yethel Door, that Luffy Legionnaire really thinks that all the channel looks in. I wouldn't let all week 500 yards, I love it, don't you? Captain took the judges and Bell's carriage for a joyride. No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back. got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Ha! Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Federal's carriage for the joyride.
Ha! Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Sailor, what do you...
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on.
Passing a love note
Ask
to
the
Lizard
source
Council's
hunter.
wife.
Go on. Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo.
Sailors find a living wage.
These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Yuthul anymore?
Speaking of youthful York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my
This
loving
source
nature.
hunter. Who better to ask?
With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here. That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was.
You there? Where can a few honest
Have you found
sailors...
us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Have you found us a job yet? Well, we were merchants what seemed like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo.
500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Ah, these bleeding orcs. Well, you never know. That was a right stud.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take any... Well, he's Well, that was a right stunning show.
Legionnaire really thinks that Orchid charm loves him.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Really.
time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yellow Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let all in 500 yards.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the
You there? Where can a few honest sailors find a living with the trade?
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies and skeletons. Speaking of useful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
About the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yellow Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
Shores? Here? In Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir. That was some fast acting there. Many thanks on behalf of all us seamen. Who knows if it's yours? Here? In Seal? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't sauce. Here in Seal. Duh. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one.
These skeletons, you know the story. And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yellow Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire...
Oh, hail the rain spirit. I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that
Ahoy, sailor! Your name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks, those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
Don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yellow Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
Psst! Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yellow Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let all within 500 yards of my lovely nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fettel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he did. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Is that Bertie's the right news?
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir.
Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed with
Sauce? Here? In Seal? Bah! Of all a ship's got a sail, who knows if it...
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fettel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he did. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed to get the Galway for?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fettel's carriage for the joyride?
No, he did.
All hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship, it was. Arhu knew what he... I thought the old girl's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her.
These boss men respect comfort. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Steady, boys. Steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels. All careful now. Never know when those green beasts are gonna launch another blazer our way.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. Careful now. Never know when those green beasts gonna launch another blazer our way.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this warehouse, snooping around? If it's conversation you're looking for, I'd recommend my comrade Florius, or as I prefer to call him, Loose Lips McGee. As for myself, my job is to protect this warehouse, not chit-chat with intruders. That idiot man-child would sooner spend an hour chatting up a thief than a minute arresting him. I only hope he gets transferred out of this warehouse and straight to the perimeter. Let him rot off as zombies here instead of mine. Nah, even thinking of him turns one into a gabbing hen. Please, leave me be.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation. Curtius is my name. The Legion is my calling. This is a storing house for Legion supplies. Perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Curtius, have... Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm...
You've caused enough distractions, I think.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around. And don't mind if I pick your brain about the scoop around Undervale. I'm behind on my current affairs. I tell you, this gig sure beats getting my toes bitten off by zombies out in the field. We warehouse guards don't have to do much apart from stroll the perimeter a few times an hour. And, of course, every now and again, some friendly folks, like yourself, will wander through here. And nothing beats a pleasant conversation, though my comrade Horatius has quite different opinions on that matter. Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman and child who steps foot in this place wants to rob it blind. If I so much as greet a townsperson with a hello instead of a state your purpose, he starts frothing on and on about guardly duty and security breaches. This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? I myself suspect his wife, Esmeralda, and the butcher seconds that, let me tell you. Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty divorce himself. And there's his children. I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Never did get on well with her mother ever since the in. Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear around here. That fusspot said what? Well, old loose lips will let that lowly backbiter know what he thinks about that. So, something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty indeed. Put up your fists.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the street.
Enough! Both of you! What is this barbarism? Back to your post at once!
Sir, this is an important matter. A matter of honor.
Such matters are to be settled on your own time. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Such bickering is all that thieves need to sneak by unnoticed.
It won't happen again, sir.
Desist, prowler. None shall pass through this door, for with my very life do I guard the Legion's riches.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Report?
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around.
If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think!
Makes sense, sir. Guard duty's not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sheiks.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, the darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful gore? Who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile, but my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
Maybe before the Great Orc Raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions, but now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time now. It makes him a bit edgy.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds?
I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the Wizards of Youthful Gore about an amazing opportunity that could change my life, I had to act fast or lose the once-in-a-lifetime deal. I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and it has worked exactly as promised.
This place reeks
You
of
see
all.
what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a temporarily tranquilized monster into our midst to boot.
What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion will be everlasting, as printed.
You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
You would trust a quack magazine from Youthful Gore. She's clearly liable to snap at any minute.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
If you were the only thing that stands between me and eliminating this threat, you won't stand long.
All right, we'll do it your way.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here. I'll do the honours myself.
No! She's harmless! Please!
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Sicil as well.
It's you we need protection from, murderer. Fortunately, the Wizards of Youthful Gore make a revenge elixir that will show you what's what.
Go ahead and throw your sugar water on me if you like. Your foolishness is no longer my problem. Thank you, stranger. If you ever need help, I'll do my best to repay you.
Thank you for talking some sense into that knucklehead. That she-beast would have been the death of us.
In the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all times. Captain's orders. Wait a second. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right away. Please tell me, how can I aid the investigation? You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs put on a fortnight ago. They did enough damage to shake up Ahu and Captain Aureus something fierce. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive. I don't think you're quite ready to head out into the wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'll bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours, but are you sure you want to venture out? Thank you for heeding my words of warning, Hunter. Sicil needs you alive and well.
That orc would have literally broken Ninius's heart. Thank you for resolving the matter.
in as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got enough power.
Bone slick, skin peels.
Murder within the walls, undead outside of the walls, and here we legionnaires sit twiddling our thumbs.
Good luck with these Sicilians, Source Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
Good luck with these Sicilians, Source Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
weird. Try weird sheep.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Bravo!
Today, I think, a king,
Fantastic!
the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
Come on, come all, and see the amazing singing Stefan! Sicil's only sentient severed head!
Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
Fantastic!
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today...
You there! Take a seat! Prepare to laugh your head off! Cry your eyes out and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the Talking Seven. I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale, this fantastical talking head. Catch the act while you can. This show will only... That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic, you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just one more. It's quite a story how I found him, too.
By the seven, what a tale!
I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Sicil's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing. The chest belonging to the fabled Captain Pontius.
Fantastic! Fantastic!
Fantastic!
Fantastic! My word!
By the seven, what a tale!
My word! Ha!
Fantastic!
Fantastic!
Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and prized it free from the ancient rock. I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands, but then, slurp, gulp, I was swallowed by an ornery kraken that seemed to appear from nowhere. In the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only for a moment that all was futile. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and leprotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. I knew I had to live. Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to slash a great gash in the creature's gut.
My word!
Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore. It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it? Back for more, I see! Well, I can't say I'm surprised. I am Reginald the Illusionist. That's right, a talking head. I obtained this curious, you see, though in the reform grab free, it was there. Back for more, I see. That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicile. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale.
Bravo! Bravo!
Psst, you're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. But you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything.
Fantastic! My word.
Fantastic!
It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
Hey, stop that!
Fantastic!
My word!
Ha!
You there! You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed head. Step right up!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. Patience, patience. Once we reach Reginald's... pleasure to meet you. Now, please. What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to draw a crowd away from where he or she would like to perform a clandestine operation? A resourceful hunter. Come now, it can't be that hard to find something to draw off the attention of this bleating herd.
My word!
My
What's that nutter in the back hollering about? I can hardly hear the show for all the ruckus.
What's that nutter in the...
What's that nutter?
Who is said to have known...
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front of you. And look, there stands the world-famous Reginald the Entertainer. Oh, I'm nothing but your average man taking in the best show I've ever seen. I'm amazed and astounded that for a meagre gold coin or two, I can take in this first... Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Reggie's work be known, and he slips me a few gold coins in return. My voice happens to carry pretty far. Cecile hears me.
Ardently did he crave creamy blues and...
This show is worth the hype, though that...
Across his realm.
Don't ask me what the
Today, I think...
I'll figure out who murdered Jake before the day's through. Just you wait. Detective Kip is on the case.
Who knew Elliot, he is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
Fantastic!
So
Bravo!
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 And gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
You there! You You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a seven-head.
My word!
Step right up!
My word!
My word.
Tricks are for kids. This here is the greatest illusion in Annandale.
Fantastic!
You there!
My
You
word!
don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a
By
seven-head.
the seven! What
Step
a
right
tale!
up.
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling out?
It is said, and this
My
I have
word.
heard from a ghost who knew Elba,
Fantastic!
who is said to have known Sigurd himself.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katarina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place?
Just waiting.
Well, I'm Katarina the Fair, fairest first lady of the fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers.
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience.
This I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba,
My word!
who is said to have known Sigurd himself.
My word!
The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on one of the old standards. Right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You found something decent to perform, I trust, and you've gathered enough actors to do it justice? Speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for this.
The stage calling you. My word!
Bersha's shape is gone, gone, gone. Think it vanished through one of them swirly shrines? Bersha's shape...
Big debut.
I'll figure out who murdered...
And who are you supposed to be?
Oh, I should have been one of the greats. But here I am gathering peasants to watch peasants perform broadside pageants for peanuts. No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, you'd know me as the king's favorite thespian. Don't you have an impressive library here in Sicil? I'm sure that beast of a librarian could rustle something up for you. Katarina's given the go-ahead, has she? Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you whatever crowd of drunken yokels can be prevailed upon to watch you flail about on stage. Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. But I'm sure you'll do just fine. Wouldn't we all? But unlike a true thespian, you haven't a scrap of material to work with. Must I spell out...
By the seven, what a tale!
You there! Sit! Stay a while. Right in front. I'll excite you. I'll delight you. Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People, when Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. Now, I never expected a silly gimmick like that. It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief. What you're made of? I, a person whose sole job is to praise the performance and stir a crowd. A genius invention. No wonder Reginald has had such success. Please, you must hire him for me. Imagine the scowl on that con man's face. You there, you look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Can you spare a coin?
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Have some pity.
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut. Come on! Come
Can you
on!
spare
Can't
a
you
coin?
hear the stage calling you? You there! You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Have some pity.
you're made of.
What's the status,
Another
soldier?
peaceful day, sir.
Excellent! Let's keep it that way.
Good to have you back, Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes indeed.
The Legion stands at the ready. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. Also, thank you for heeding.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned. Or whose invention? The stasis blaster. It's quite a sight, no? The ray can singe a zombie or skeleton to ash in a matter of seconds. These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see who gets to man the things. You can bet it's no... Don't ask me how the blaster works, though. I just... Source Hunter's here, too. Well, if the Legion couldn't save this place, what are you...
Good luck with these Sicilians, Source Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
You think that's fun and private? Sir, no, sir.
Have some pity. One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two? Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. It turns out losing it all has its own share of benefits. Ah, a fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I already enjoyed. In my folly, I sought the counsel of those notorious Watcher statues on the western cliffs. Their guidance ruined any small fortune I might have had, but certainly granted me humility. I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believed that I was the exception. They told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possessions, all my worldly possessions, and became a great figure of piety and humility. Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul. May the soul of Astarte smile upon you, kind stranger.
Thank you, kind one.
So, those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they?
Have some pity.
Indeed. He said himself that he's finally learned humility. Maybe he made the right choice, really.
Have some pity.
What's...
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that elf. I give milk.
The earth here seems to have been freshly fertilized and aerated. Obviously, someone has taken great care to maintain this gravesite.
That's right. Let's get digging.
As you prepare to break ground, you gaze at the dirt beneath your feet once more.
Here's hoping we find something worthwhile.
You plunge your shovel into the earth.